role allocations on either side. Yeah, I feel like this tied Phoenix lane is going to do quite well here. And normally, it has changed a little bit because Monkey King sort of received some nerfs to the Jingu and got some buffs elsewhere to kind of make him a better hero in general, let's say. But it does kind of seem to me that when you're picking Monkey King, you really want to be picking the Monkey King so that he is going to kind of own the lane. And it is not immediately clear to me that he is going to own the lane here. So we will just have to see. Tim starting it off with some boots. Whitemon coming down here with the rest of the team towards the bottom side. Nothing crazy for Armel item-wise. Does look like he's just going to go for a null and a wand. And yeah, nothing too surprising for DDZ either. Candyloon has opted to only start with the one set of tangos, wanting both the quelling, the stick, and the ring of protection. Probably have to ferry out some regen pretty quickly. It does seem like a good idea to get the stick against the PA spam, but just have to see how much pressure they're able to apply up here. Not like Oracle is a particularly strong laning support, so this does feel like a pretty strong dual lane. Lots of nukes from the Legion, good sustain from the Moment of Courage. Snapfire's got some good nukes if anybody ever gets out of position. Amosin just kind of scouting out early here. Both mids already planning down their wards, and both teams with a very similar warding setup, in fact, kind of behind the enemy safe lane tower. Tim's is checking for the obs here. Does he actually know that it's over on this side based on that? I mean, he knows that it's not like right here, that it doesn't see into this spot, but maybe you can if you're just standing right here and you're getting hit, then yeah, then I guess you kind of know that it's on this line somewhere. It's kind of cool. We'll see if Armel gets the D ward. So Whitemon already starting out down here. KP doing some deforestation with the Quelling Blade. They are not letting Gabby into the lane at top, though he might still be able to use the dagger to grab a couple of CS here and there. And Lance doing a little better by his tower, but still getting zoned out pretty heavily, and also just going to opt for the Boundless Strike to try and grab a couple of CS here in these initial few waves. So both carries getting very heavily pressured at the start of this one. Armel not opting for the point in the Light Striker, is actually just going for the Dragon Slave early on here, trying to dish into DDZ with the auto attacks. The DDZ still finding some decent CS for himself, though that range creep deny is going to be a pretty big deal for Armel. Will crack the level 3 just that little bit faster, able to keep the pressure going. Gabby once again getting gone on, still 0 CS to his name. And doesn't have a salve either. Needs to get that one shipped in on the courier. And Whitemon will now make an appearance on top, but again, not really clear how much the Oracle is going to be able to do to influence this lane. At least he can start getting some pulls going and maybe create some farm opportunities for Gabby that way. And this big camp is available, so Yamate could even come over here, stack this, and then start looking for side pulls in the next little bit. It depends on whether or not he wants to go and block the small camp again. But for now, oh, he's coming over. What is he up to? Whitemon's also kind of checking this out. Seems like instead just kind of content to keep putting pressure on Gabby for the time being. Doesn't have any mangoes or anything on this snap. And Tim's getting gone on a little bit by Mosin at bottom, but this is only while the fire spirits are on cooldown. And mid lane does seem to be going pretty well for Armel, but again, the story that I have seen time and time again is this matchup is Lina does great until Storm gets like level 6, level 7, and then Lina proceeds to just die over and over again by getting Ball Lightninged on top of. So we'll see. Level 4 Armel. Pressure, pressure, pressure. DDZ does have a salve. I don't know if he has his bottle. He does actually, so not doing too badly there. Alright, what's going on? So they did get the... Actually, this isn't a side pull. Looks like this was a little up-down pull from Whitemon. Waves getting dragged back together now. Is going to push pretty heavily towards Candyloon's tower, so he's going to be pretty happy with that. And Yamate shouldn't really need to take too much experience. Might look for the level 3. Ooh, Yamate kind of low, but we'll be able to salve back up. And how is bottom lane going? So yeah, Lance not really doing all that crash hot on the Monkey King. Maybe just wanting to be a little bit more active on a hero like the Monkey King this game compared to the Sven in the previous game. Ooh, Yamate, pretty good damage onto Whitemon. Again, just letting Legion get all of this farm over in the lane to get those levels up, and doing a good job of interrupting these pulls. And DDZ just, well, not even farming his way back to the base. Actually just getting pushed completely out and walking all the way back to go and get the bottle refills. Kind of hurts. I mean, he's on full mana, but didn't even feel like he could really grab any farm on the way through. Armel really wants this rune to spawn bottom, but it is going to be an arcane over at top, though. Mosin pretty low. Gonna get some sips off of DDZ as he comes back in. But this is a fairly big experience lead for Armel here. Yamate still just getting involved with the pulls. Candyloon level 4. Gabby also not doing too crash hot on the CS. Just 16-1 so far. And KP being left to his own devices at bottom as Tim's is going to just head back and grab a little bit of HP. So this is really all he has in terms of net worth. I guess he's only got 1 CS. Got the 5-minute runes coming up soon. Is actually going to go and give Armel the bottle refill. Very nice. And then should be able to go and grab some bounties on his way back. Actually going to take over the lane for a second. Looks like Armel wants to go and get even a little bit more farm over here. Does stack up the small camp at the same time. So already trying to give some more levels over to their Phoenix. It does kind of cost them any opportunity to contest this bottom bounty, and it is actually going to end up being 3 bounties for Star there. So a little bit of a net worth lead going their way. Lance, haven't seen just yet what the item build is going to be necessarily for him. The dive is still available. Tim's not going to get caught. Able to dive through. KP still asleep for a moment. Lance comes over, but cops the immediate Fire Spirit. Double melee lane, not having a whole lot of fun against the Tide Hunter plus the Phoenix, but action up top, making to go onto Whitemon. He's just gonna go for the TP out. Gabby, a little bit of pressure onto Yamate. And Whitemon does have a salve. DDZ now level 6. Closing the gap a little bit on Armel with some jungling. And hoping for the 6-unit rune. Is being scouted this entire time. So, just a bit of a gamble, and well... Armel won the bet, but Yamate there to put a stop to him. Can he actually finish off this kill? He can! And that's first blood. A little bit too much damage coming out of the Lina. And, well, you feel good about denying the rune, but that death is not going to feel so great. Tim's getting gone on. Boundless Strike is on cooldown. Maybe they can finish him just with the punches. Manages to get the dive away. And Lance well off the mark there. The Boundless Strike is going to connect, still chasing. He's got the tree dance, but doesn't have the spring for a little bit, so a pretty long chase. Hops down, 1 hit. All right, he's got him in the end. So at least they get on the board themselves with a quick kill. What's the build for Armel? Is it nothing out of the ordinary? Just gonna go straight into the Yule Scepter. Where is our Storm Spirit? DDZ just over here farming, chugging clarities nonstop. And Candyloon is actually going to be rushing a Blink Dagger this game. Oh, sent forward onto Whitemon, still only level 3. Does not have a point in the Fate's Edicts. Getting saved for the moment, still chasing after him. Everything on cooldown. Yamate thinking about still chasing this one down. And might actually be able to finish it if these creeps weren't blocking him so bad. Just needs to land the Scatter Blast. So Armel's on his case once again, and... looking like he might just be going down. Tries to jump towards him, but Whitemon not going to let it happen. It will be Armel just finishing off that kill.
What a punk.
DDZ, what is he doing? Just going to try and steal some farm over here from Dire side.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Digging for a neutral item, perhaps. Gets the arcane ring. Can't be too unhappy about that one. Lena also gonna grab one, so fair's fair, I suppose.
Sound strategy.
And it'll just be a question of if they can kind of put the pressure on Lena afterwards. DDZ gonna find himself a double damage rune. Now making the jump onto Tim's. There is some backup coming in. Got to be careful of Armel. Doesn't land the stun onto anyone, and actually DDZ just gonna keep on going. A little bit of a slowdown. Needs to avoid the purge, so losing the DD now, and he's completely out of mana. Armel whiffs on the stun, but he's got the Laguna Blade on the auto attacks, so they bring him down. Biting off a bit more than he could chew. Was a huge rotation from TNC as they bring 4 heroes to mid, but well worth it if you're getting the Storm Spirit and the Lena picking up the kill there. Even gonna get the little bottle refill, getting all of the help in the world from his team. Just to get that bit further ahead. If he has a super fast Yules and Storm Spirit continues to die, I think the dynamic changes a lot, but we'll just have to see how the next few minutes go. Gabby is going for a Battle Fury. Lance is also going for a Battle Fury this game, so is opting to farm a little more. And kind of the same thing with the skill build as well. Just maxing out the Spring, farming his way through the jungle. And now heading top to kind of make this typical play of taking out the enemy tier 1 tower. I don't know if TNC have any interest in defending it really. KP's still showing on the lane, and Gabby's already TP'd down along with Armel making the rotation. So should just be a trade. We got support soaking up extra experience at mid. DDZ continuing to be on like stack watch as comes in here to steal some farm out of the TNC side. This is very nice. Not a ganking build at all just yet. No points in the Vortex. Just relying on the maxed out Remnant to get some good farm. They have gotten a duel onto Whitemon, and that's going to be the first duel damage of the game for Team Star, as Dire Scan reveals what they were worried about, that DDZ was just stealing away their stacks and using that money to fuel his Orchid. So we have the Yules on the lane. It looks like Armel just about to get it delivered. This is a very fast Yules. In fact, 3-0 and 0. The first blood definitely helping.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Lance gets the last hit on top, so a pretty timely Battle Fury for him as well. And we just have to see how well he's going to be able to fight up against the PA later on. KP coming out with the Gush, thinking about this kill. Does have the Ravage, just going to pop it. They really want this one. And does get it. On the other side, Whitemon, they're hunting for Lance. He's going to get stunned down off of his perch, and that'll be the end of him. The Mortimer's Kisses are helping a little bit, but Armel just fine. And Whitemon also going to end up surviving. Well, it's kind of a sad death. I guess we just set our sights on the DDZ Orchid Rush and hope that that is going to be the thing that gets Star kind of back into this game. Admittedly, Candyloon also doing really well on the net worth, and you know, all 3 cores on the side of Star doing quite nicely. As Gabby actually ends up losing his courier with the Iron Talon, not gonna be very happy about that. So between the Blink on the Legion and the Orchid on the Stone, they should be able to get a bunch of ganking done. And shouldn't matter too much that the Monkey King's game is going like this. I'm still just so afraid of how... I know Armel is amazing on Lena, but I'm still just so worried about how this game goes if he ever gets jumped on. I'm sure they've got Ravage and False Promise to save, but it feels like I've seen the story too many times of Lena owning dies 3 times in a row come mid-game, and that's just the end of your game. So here's the Orchid, and here comes DDZ. I don't believe he's been spotted just yet. Tim's jumping in. Orchid, Whitemon gonna try and help him out. Not even using the False Promise, just holding on to it for the time being to get the Yules up onto the Storm Spirit. This is trouble for DDZ. He will be able to get the Illusion Rune out. And KP just protecting the egg. Kind of an awkward standoff there. DDZ... nerves of steel, not even zipping away, just kind of walks for it, and we'll be a-okay. TNC with the immediate smoke up, looking to make another use out of this Yules, as, well, with Blink and Orchid online. Star are on the hunt, but who are they actually going to be able to find? Gabby's the only one on this side of the map. Lance is taking the safe farm in his triangle, or at least it should be safe. trying to finish off this last
Radiant
component for the Battle Fury.
structures are
And
fortified.
they haven't spotted Gabby, but he's not even in the blur. So now they see him, and I think he should be dead in just a moment. Big zip through. I think they're even going to get the dual victory damage here for Candy Loon. And 100% the target that they were hoping for there. Lance even putting a bit of pressure on the KP
Dire's
at mid.
structures are fortified.
What's the win probability saying? So slightly in favor of TNC, but very much even overall, as they are going to send KP in here to try and hold on to this. There's going to be a very big gap between the Battle Fury timings on these two carries. Gabby with only the one death, but 75 CS to his name so far, and already 100 CS on Lance. Going to be a few minutes ahead. Oh. Candyloon getting gone on. I do have Ravage, but need a little bit more damage to have any hope of finding this kill, so it's just going to be some pressure. Armel is going for Shadow Blade next. Has the majority of the gold that he needs for it, and kind of hoping for a 14-minute rune. Might have another similar engagement to what we had before, but no, DZ will just have to stand down. It's going for a second item BKB, so can definitely see what the mentality is for him here as he goes jumping in towards mid. Tim's nothing to save him. Jump into the backlines, find the duel, get the secondary kill. They know that White Mom was going to try and save a friend, and they just spring the trap. Quick double kill for the Storm. Completely out of mana at this point, but a great way to be spending your mana. As okay, 14.5 minutes for the Battle Fury on the Monkey King. We'll keep our eyes peeled for the timing on Gabby, but seems to be struggling for now. And yeah, Armel just mostly jungling for his Shadow Blade currently. But not that much of a gap between him and the Storm Spirit at this stage. KP walking forward, getting pretty aggressive, is going to get slept up. It's just up to the two supports to defend for now. Candy Loon has his sights set on some bounty runes instead, and we'll be able to swipe it out from underneath Tim's beak. Armel pressuring DDZ, still just kind of jungling for now. And wow, Yamate got the deny on that mid tower. Well, big time investment for not a whole lot of payoff for TNC. Armel getting poked, prodded. It is still just the two supports playing together. They do not have the Mortimer Kisses just yet, and Yamate, finally getting a point up in the little shredder. He is actually just rushing Ags and having a pretty decent time of it, all things considered. Already 4K net worth overall. Battle Fury check. Still another few minutes for Gabby. Candy Loon is just taking Dire Ancients. As DDZ keeps on working on that BKB. Mosin is just going for a drum. Okay, sure. And Lance, well, getting pressured a bit up here as he tries to cut past the enemy heroes with very little vision to try and go for this next wave.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He sees them on the tower now, so should feel pretty safe to go for this. He's got the timing down. Very nice.
Are fortified. Radiant's top
so
tower
quick
is
wave
under
cut.
attack.
And now maybe even looking for a little bit of a fight. DDZ does have a TP available to come up here if they want to. So hints are kind of getting set up. The Mortimer's Kisses are coming through. Yamate just laying them down onto Armel. But he's just fine. I don't know if they were expecting Legion to jump at the same moment, but instead it just ends up being a deny for them. Armel moving forward in the Shadow Blade. Got to be careful with positioning, but he does nail the stun onto Candyloon. DDZ running forward. They haven't seen him just yet. The Yules hasn't been used. Can they actually keep Armel alive? Looks like they should be able to, and DDZ getting rooted up. Stunned as well. The Cookie sends him towards the enemy team. They're going to pop the Ravage as well, just to make sure that they got that kill. Don't think it was really necessary, but Armel getting healed, and the Legion Commander not feeling confident to go in. Now gets the duel out. Lance deploying the Wukong's command, but it's actually just a double kill for Armel. He's still fighting. KP also looking pretty healthy. A couple more auto attacks from Armel, as now he just tries to run away with the stacks. Mosin, he's got some salves. He's going to be okay, but yeah, I think without the Storm Spirit, you do not. Well, no Storm Spirit and no Mortimer's Kisses equals do not go for a duel on the Lina. Just too much damage being dealt by Armel, and I guess it turns out that with the Oracle, he has been able to still make plays against the Storm Spirit. Do we have the Battle Fury on Gabby? We do. I don't know exactly when it was, Well, let's say it was 3 minutes slower than the Monkey Kings. But we will just have to see where things progress from here. Lance kind of going for another farming item in the Ags. Gabby is just going to be going into a Deso, and then BKB as the play. And there's a big old blueberry double damage rune over here in the river. I think both teams are aware of this. Radiant do have this ward up here on the cliff, so they zip through, they grab it on DDZ, and then they just aim to get out of there. They've used pretty much all of their mana. KP is actually over here getting some initiation onto the Legion Commander, but perhaps a little bit too far for them to go. They know that Lance isn't there. He was just showing on top, so will at least scare them away, but 60 seconds to go on the Ravage, so only so interested in taking that fight. Yamate still another 2k gold to go on the Ags.
Double damage.
And Lance has claimed this #1 net worth spot. Armel going to be going for some Boots of Travel next. What are we looking for? They're going to duel the Tide. Seems dangerous. Seems very dangerous. KP's kind of showing. I don't think they want to go for this. Even if they duel and... Like, sure, duel and Mortimer's Kiss is a lot of damage, but he's got Hood, and you have no idea where Mr. Oracle could be hiding, so... Until such time as you see him, I think you gotta just chill out.
Radiant are scanning.
Is Tim's going for Meteor Hammer? Alright. Not personally a huge fan of this item on the Phoenix, but... We'll see how he's able to make it work this game. Lance still finding excellent farm. Gonna get that Ags delivered in a moment. Gabby's still kind of a full Mithril Hammer away from the Deso, as we do have Lena kind of scouting around, looking for some more Shadow Blade kills. I believe should have the Boots of Travel coming out. Yeah, so BOTs and the Grove Bow getting delivered. We'll be going for the BKB after that, just as that little bit of extra protection against the storm. DDZ did end up deciding against the BKB right away and has gone for the Kaya. Certainly a good item on the Storm Spirit, but maybe betrays a little bit of... Yeah, there's been a gear shift here on Team Star. They are no longer interested in fighting immediately, and looks like instead they're going to try and line up like a multi-BKB... Yeah, triple BKB timing is what they're aiming for now, so... DDZ may as well get the little bit of extra efficiency out of getting the Kaya first. Dire Scan does reveal that this rotation is happening. So TNC should know what's going on. Whitemon gets spotted for a moment, but a little bit scarce vision-wise for Star, as actually TNC going to go for a smoke of their own. They do have this level 2 Ravage ready to rock and roll. Deso is not quite being delivered just yet. The Star now running over, checking out the high grounds, making sure that they have the intel that they need. And it's now actually TNC claiming their high ground, but little did they suspect that there's an Observer Ward sitting right here. And their sentry actually going to end up being a little bit of a false sense of security. So Star know exactly what's going on here, and you know, if they find the right jump, could make a fight of this. Yamate is one component away from the Aghanim Scepter at this point, so might just be worth it to keep on waiting for these items if you're Star. And the instant that I say that, they smoke up immediately. So there you go. Whitemon dewarding around the pit. They just want to make sure that that isn't actually happening, so they head forward. You can't take this. Come on. Maybe if you had a ward. Smoke breaks. They spot Tim's. Jumping him first. They get the silence onto the Oracle and the duel. Both supports getting focused down. KP tries to save them with the Ravage. It works for now. They actually burst down DDZ, but Gabby melts instantly in the face of Lance's damage. Tim's not going to do anything with the egg. KP now getting saved. Armel trying to find an angle, but just can't afford to get jumped. Lance still looking pretty healthy, but he doesn't have those Jingu stacks anymore. Armel just a little bit off the money with that stun. Didn't really matter. Candy Loon was there just waiting to save him if required. And wait, whoa. 22 minutes, they just get a double damage rune, and they can just walk straight into Roshan. Okay, this isn't the safest, but it is pretty fast. And like I said, they do have this ward up on the high ground now. They're pinging. Gabby seems to suspect that this is going on. KP gonna head over. They're all kind of low. They really need this Aegis. Echo Stomp is gonna help them out a little bit. All right, Lance now has the Aegis big damage onto Armel. Got to be careful with the positioning. Lance is actually jumping in on top of him. Tim's trying with the heals. Mosin getting burned down. That might be the end of him. DDZ jumps in, but doesn't even use the Orchid. Just actually gonna try and run for it at this point. And it seems like Star may be deciding, well, I mean, you know, we're happy with the Aegis. Let's just use this to farm our triple BKB. How about that? So Gabby just got absolutely melted in that fight. At least they managed to kill DDZ. Yeah, there you go.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I love the. Actually, how many do we have? Any other PA kills on the map? I'm not sure how many more he's gotten. I didn't realize that there were all of these little quotes on the death markers. So I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for that. But Lance is big, level 18. Can play very confidently with the Aegis. I don't think the Aegis is going to be enough for him to go for a different item other than BKB. I think that BKB probably still just too important, but could be something to consider. Gabby does have the Deso up, but no level 18, no level 20. And Ravage still on cooldown for 20 seconds. DBZ can be pretty happy with that illusion rune. Farm has not been the fastest for him, getting this BKB in. Also hasn't been that fast for Candy Loon either. But still holding onto a 4K lead, about 2K experience, and the win probability begrudgingly heading over onto their side. But I do think they're in a really good position, especially once this Monkey King gets his next item. What else is going on? Wait, what is... Wait, what? Why is KP buying Deso? Hello? We already have Deso. Is there a reason for this? Is there a reason not to just like buy a Solar Crest or I don't know, Vlad's Halberd? Maybe KP is planning on scaling up and doing the damage. Of course, they're not always guaranteed to be hitting the same target, but why not just get an Ags if you wanted to do something cute with all the minus armor? This is a little weird to me, but we'll see how it goes. All right, BKB up, BKB up, BKB, you know, 500 gold away, but it's close. So just wait for it, folks. We got 2 minutes to go on the Aegis. Star setting their sights on this mid tower. We do have all the big ultimates available for TNC. Okay. Warning shots being fired by Yamate is just warming up the gobble up, seeing if they can't find something. Will have to be pretty careful. Don't want to be knocking your Monkey King off of his perch, but Star playing very aggressively. Are they going to force this even further? DDZ, what does he do? DDZ really wants the BKB before this next fight breaks out. Level 18 would be nice as well, but that's probably just a little bit too much to ask at this point. Okay, well, with triple BKB, it should, in theory, be pretty difficult for TNC to win a fight. Egg's just going to get whomped. Tidehunter is not really going to do a whole lot. And Star just walking forward. They spot out Whitemon. Can they get the duel off onto him? Yes, they can. They're trying to turn this around with the Ravage. Can they keep Whitemon alive? Yes, they can. The heal's also coming in from Tim's. Oh, wait, what happened to DDZ? Just died top. All right, got picked off by Armel. Oh, no. They saw the squishy support, and they thought that he was free. They've kind of given away their ward now as well. TNC just happened to be in the right place at the right time. They save their position 5, and that hurts. So no usage out of the BKBs. Aegis, I'm sure it ended up farming them the BKBs, but it does feel like they need to go and take a fight. Surely when they respawn, they gotta go. And that's why TNC, kind of nice that Armel finds the pick off elsewhere, buys them a little bit more time, and also he gets to shove in top wave. So waves are not in a great position for Star to go for any kind of immediate smoke. And they don't have any wards to smoke to either, unfortunately. So to create some information on the map, they kind of have to get these other lanes out, but they have no idea where anybody is. So kind of a tricky tricky proposition for them. Storm just gonna go for an Ags, maybe give them some big wombo combo of their own with the Mortimer's Kisses and whatnot. But yeah, Vision's still the real problem for Star, just not having any information, and you know the clock keeps ticking. This Ravage just keeps getting closer and closer. I don't think they can afford to let TNC just kind of get that up for free. You know, the PA is still getting bigger and bigger. Does have the level 20 now. Actually opting for the blur evasion. So yeah, until they get MKBs, this 85% evasion is going to be pretty nuts. And I don't, is anyone, yeah, so okay, MKB is coming up on the Wicked King. But they really just haven't managed to do anything. The way that they're positioned, you can tell that they're thinking like we want to take a fight, but we just don't see anything on the map. Like what are we supposed to do? So instead, it's just going to be Ravage back up in 10 seconds time. Wins Roche. At least a minute and 40 seconds to go. Star trying for a little bit of a cute play, maybe showing Lance somewhere else on the map. 4 heroes smoking up, just hoping to find somebody at the mid lane. Invading the enemy triangle sounds like a little bit of a, let's say, a dumb play. Let's not sugarcoat it. Definitely need to pick off if you can. TNC just gonna let Gabby farm, kind of making the exact same play, really, moving 4 heroes out. We do have bounties coming up in a second. Gabby, alright, staying hidden. I mean, what are they doing over a Roche? It can't be up for another minute, guys. Come on. Armel's got his BKB. The spit up continues to just be used for farming for the most part. So Yamate chilling with the telescope. He does have the blink dagger as well, so actually some decent save potential from him. If someone gets gone on, might be able to just jump in with the gobble up and save a life that way.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
TNC straight onto this bottom tower. Looks like Star are going to be making the corresponding play. Neither team knows when Roshan's going to be up, and nor do we. At least 25 seconds to go.
Dire's top tower is
And
under
Gabby
attack.
just gonna go into the Basher next. No cutesy Ag Scepter or anything for him this game. Just get the nice safe items. And this game is still very, very close. Win probability, pretty much all the metrics. Hardly anything in it for the moment. Candyloon not doing the best on the level department, kind of level with Tim's currently. We also haven't really seen the Monkey King in a fight for a little bit, so I kind of wonder what it's going to look like. Either he's going to look insanely strong and the Wukong's Humanity is going to shred everybody, or he gets Laguna'd and PA jumps on him and he just disappears before anyone can do anything. Yeah, Yamate showing for a split second here, pushing out the bottom wave, and they do kind of try and go for him. Okay, so the MKB is now up on the Monkey King. No longer have to be quite so worried about this evasion on Gabby. And, well, he heard me. He's not going to go for the full Abyssal Blade. It does just want to go back into the Aghanim Scepter here. Oh. Easy kind of jumping forward onto KP, but he's going to be alright. BKB is the next item for him. Ooh, can they spot Tim's? Yes, they can. Blink forward on top of him, but he gets the jump away, and he is heading out of the map. Maybe they could have. I don't actually know what would have happened if he had been stunned when he was outside the map like that. Yamate's dead at mid. And when's Roshan? A minute away. So they are going to have. Oh, he changed back. Gabby is now just going to go for the Abyssal Blade instead. Blink Dagger for Whitemon, so he can just hang all the way back with his telescope and his Blink Dagger, and should be able to get the guaranteed ultimate off every single time, which is very, very nice for him. You know that he's going to be priority number 1 for DDZ, and maybe even Candyloon in a lot of these fights. I imagine that if you get stunned as Phoenix outside of the map, you probably just get popped back into the map, but who knows? DDZ, gotta be careful. Getting Yulesed up and the Meteor Hammer's coming. We'll be able to zip out of it. It's not a perfect combination. Ravage going to be coming out over at mid. Lance still surviving, though. Getting focused down with the magical damage along with the right push from Gabby, who does almost get brought down. Not before he brings down DDZ. Whitemon's there to save him. Explosive fight as Mozen also going to be brought down. Yamate's trying with the long-range artillery, but Armel gets right up in his face. At least Lance is getting something, but Armel not done. Laguna Blade out. The tower might just end up killing him. Ooh, trying with the Sunray heals. Candy Loon comes in for the drive-by. Can they kill him? It's just the two supports trying for it. So what else happened in this fight?
Is under attack.
Oh wait, so Lance killed Gabby from beyond the grave with his monkeys? I guess? Okay. Because he was really low. There you go. Oh, we get to see some more. Get to see some more gravestones. So what even happened? So they ravaged Lance, but I don't even know if he got BKB off. He survived for a little bit. Then he died. DDZ came in. I think he got clipped by the ravage and just got two-shot by Gabby. And we are pretty much even, really, after that fight. Things not really moving too much. Roshan's up though. Aegis and Cheese waiting to be claimed, and still 30 seconds to go on both cores on the side of TNC, so actually a little bit of an opportunity here for Star. Everybody has gotten wise to this sneaky courier spot. Somebody's gonna have to come up with another one, but Yamate dealing with that Tim's courier very quickly. Ravage still on cooldown for 30 seconds. They do have their outpost to TP to, though Mozen gonna go and try and deal with that, and it looks like Star should be able to get the Aegis and Cheese for themselves. There weren't any buybacks, right? No buybacks on the last fight. Alright, very nice. Lance not going to have to be quite so worried, and they actually get the jump out. They find KP. Trouble for him. They send in Candy Loon. He is going to get saved for now with the false promise, but I don't think he's going to get anything else off. Now Whitemon getting jumped. Armel trying to fight, puts the damage onto the Legion Commander, but has to just turn tail and run, and with two heroes dead, no real fighting potential for TNC. Looking like Star should just be able to start pressuring the high ground. They have to be cautious of the Tide buyback, but you know, with Aegis and Cheese, they should be okay. DDZ still need a little bit of mana. He's going to be the one grabbing the Cheese here off of Candy Loon. Did they not even pick up the Cheese before? Is that what they were going back to do just then? Seems like it might have been. Alright, Lance and his army gets sent back in by Yamate, I guess. Just wanting that little bit of an extra heal. Trying to siege this down. Tim's trying with the Meteor Hammer to hold on to this a little bit. But he actually gets stunned up by the creep. DDZ's up, jumping straight on top of him, but Armel almost brings him down immediately. The Supernova just getting way too focused. Can't keep it alive. KP not willing to buy back with only 10 seconds remaining on his respawn. And Star already completely taking over the TNC base. Gabby's coming back to try and defend. Does have his full Abyssal Blade now, but that means no buyback available for him. And Star even smoking up to head on the map. Well, it looks like DDZ's remembered that they've got some bounty runes to claim back here, so I'm just going to go and grab those quickly. Monkey King going to be going for a Scotty next. Still has a little while longer on this Aegis, so shouldn't be too concerned about that. TNC, what do they see? Hiding in the fog for now. They spot Lance. Gonna lob a dagger his way. Candy Loon just hoping to spot somebody. Maybe looking for the combination with Yamate. Gonna go sending them in pretty deep. Candy Loon, can he find somebody? Just Shadow Blade and run for it. Does now know that there's a sentry right on top of here. So Moses a little bit off the mark on the sentry, but at least he gets the obs. Armel waiting, thinking about it. I don't think they actually know that Candy Loon is there. Tries for the blind stun, not gonna get it. Lance still just slow sieging. Quickie to heal him up along with the Legion Commander. Well, they've got Ravage at the ready, but I don't think they want to fight directly into the Aegis. If they could just wait it out, that would be great. Scotty looks like it's coming over now for the Monkey King. Star, they're only going to show them KP. Can go for the duel. Should be able to save him with Whitemon unless they can find the jump. Jump into the backlines from DDZ. Gets the pull together on both of the two supports. They're trapped inside of the Wukong's command. Gabby taking a bit too much damage from this. He at least brings down one. Two cores dead. It's only Lance left to fight, but that might be all that they need. It's just Armel and Tim's trying to make it work. As Armel resetting on the other side of the fight. They did buy back on the Phoenix. Too much damage being done by Lance, even with the other two cores being brought down. Really able to carry that team fight all by himself. I mean, look at that damage, though. DDZ got one zip off, and they managed to press the duel and do elite damage on the Legion Commander, but could not quite kill off this Monkey King. They didn't get the Ravage off either. So, well, still, you know, still a pretty interesting game. Gabby has a Rapier queued up. Okay, we'll see if that ends up being the choice. Lance, I don't know what he goes for next. Maybe just the Satanic? No, actually wants the Blessing. So, trying to free up an inventory spot to grab something else. Is that really the best choice? Because what, Aegis is going to fade, you're going to put your treads back in. Do you really need Aghanim's Blessing just to get your wand? And you're not going to have the stats from the Scepter anymore either, right? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Might be just fine. I got an Arcane Rune and the Storm Spirit. The Storm is starting to get pretty scary as we get later and later into this game. If he can just find that zip in, he's got the plus 0.4 Electric Vortex talent. So they've kind of got a Ravage of their own. You know, not quite as good AoE wise, but definitely much more able to position it than the Tidehunter. Lance is just kind of scouting with the last 15 seconds of this Aegis, making the go onto KP, not looking very tanky, not enough armor. Whitemon might be forced to save him, blinks up onto the high ground, but DDZ now just jumps right on top of him. Ravage is still available, but it's too much damage in the backlines. Both supports already dead, and that's a dieback for Tim's. KP does get the Ravage out, but Gabby is not willing to go jumping in there, just sitting blurred on the side of the fight, hoping for the random crit dagger to kill off Mosin, but he survives. Armel spots Yamate, but he's got an Aeon Disc, so can't really go for him. And Armel finds a sneaky little spot to TP out. Yeah, the supporting cast of TNC is just getting obliterated every fight by the jump from the Storm Spirit, the jump from the Legion Commander. Sure, some of these heroes are dying, but without the control, the PA and the Lina just aren't really able to stand there and do what they want to do. Gabby does decide against the Rapier in the end. He's going to be going for a Satanic. They're coming outside of the base here. Pressure onto Lance. Can they focus him down? Laguna Blade, but the Glimmer Cape is there to save him. Double BKB getting popped. These monkeys are doing plenty of damage as Lance just going to reset back out. And that's 2 BKBs and the Laguna used. Did not manage to find the kill. Good positioning from the Star supports just to make sure that they saved him. They're given tomes to the Storm Spirit at this point just so that he can pick up his level 25 that little bit faster. And Roshan still at least another minute and 50 seconds away. Yeah, it's just tough for Armel to actually be able to stand there and dish out damage. And most of his itemization for the last little bit has just been very defensive. It's been a BKB into a Lincoln's. He's about to pick up a MKB, but still going to take him a little while longer. Lance has the Leveler. Alright. Gabby is back to thinking about Rapier. We got Leveler on the Tide. And Timeless Relic for your Timeless Relic for ET. Sorry, I gotta try and follow the action and also show you guys what's going on with the neutral items. Ninja Gear pretty nice for the Legion Commander, but hold that thought, might have a little bit of a fight coming up. Did they even manage to get another neutral item on TNC off those Ancients? No, they've still only got one, unfortunately. They're looking for it. Gabby praying. Alright, Prince's Knife, Flicker, not the best. Don't know if anyone's really going to be holding either of those. Armel seems pretty happy with his... Oh, actually, maybe going to go the Prince's Knife instead of... Okay, Prince's Knife instead of the Enchanted Quiver. Roshan is the stressful thing, and we don't know when that's going to be up for another 20 seconds. 30k net worth on this Monkey King. Does have his Basher picked up. I think he can still die, but 3.1k HP is certainly working wonders for him in these fights.
Invisibility.
Are we really going to see it from Gabby? We want to, but alright, there you go. Rapier picked up. No buyback, no second chances. Just the smoke and the dream. They've got Armel holding the base. They know that they're over here somewhere, but just don't have the vision. Tim's heading forward first. Who are they going to spot? Storm Spirit actually invis might be able to break this. Ooh, Dire Scan reveals that they're up the hill. Who do they spot? Still don't see DDZ. They put the sentry down. Timmy's getting jumped. They get the damage. 2 crits. Finish him off. The Ravage comes out. Doesn't actually connect. The BKBs are there in time. Gabby's being dueled up, but it's too much damage. He's already got a double kill. He's looking for Lance as well. They can't kill him. Triple kill for the PA. Cora's just falling left and right. They do actually manage to kill him. Wait, what did he die to? Hello? What just happened? Okay, I'm gonna... oh, wait, no, not that button. Let's risk opening my good... Wait, where is my good friend, the combat log? Here he is. What just happened? Is this right? Hello? I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna crash my game, guys. This is not a good idea. None of these are PA. Why can I not see PA as the target? Oh well, whatever. We'll just have to go with it. So they've managed to hold on to the rapier. They can give it back. Aegis, Cheese, and Aghanim's Blessing are all available and waiting in the pit. Both teams are going to be back up around the same time. Still 70 seconds to go on the Ravage, so there will be a little bit of a window where that's missing. I just don't know how Gabby died. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. I don't know how I missed that. It may have even been on screen. You guys may have just seen it. I have just somehow blacked out and was unable to witness what just happened there. All right, here we go. Roshan fight round 2. We're gonna leave it on the buyback status. Candy Loon is already in there. 90 dual damage to his name. We have dual victory damage on the PA as well. Did he just get nuked while he was in False Promise or something, and then False Promise ended and he actually just died? Maybe that was the story. Oh, KP's in there. BKB's getting popped. They've got the Aegis and the Aghanim's Blessing on the Monkey King. They're sending in Mosin. He just cops all the auto attacks from Armel. DDZ trying to zip on top of them. He can't get the ball lightning together. Gabby, he's got his rapier once again, but he's being slept. Got to keep him alive. Blinks back to the team. And no casualties. Both teams just stressed. Let's split up the spoils for Star. They do have an Ag's Blessing to decide where it goes. Wait, they're giving it to the Elder Titan? But why? I guess you don't really want it on anybody else. It would maybe let Storm Spirit sell his Ags, which I don't think that would be too bad. I just don't really know that this Ags on the Elder Titan is going to do that much. Though, you never know. Elder Titan being able to walk into melee range because he has magic immunity. It's pretty scary when it comes to the late game, so maybe this is the right call. Gabby just went for the triple stifling dagger. Is still going back for the Aghanims, so very offensive build, not playing for the Satanic or anything at all. It is kill or be killed in this wonderful world of Dota. Lance appears to have his Abyssal Blade coming out right this second. What do we have going on? KP still with his 9-second BKB. He's going for a Satanic as well. And Lance, even with the Blessing, still struggling to keep his boots in his inventory at this point. Does have the additional Wukong's Command rings, so able to really control the space in the fights. Yamate is huge on this position 4 Snapfire, it needs to be said. He's not even position 4 anymore. He has overtaken Candy Loon to become the position 3. They get a ward down, and TNC are kind of leaving their base just a little bit. Gotta be careful. They see KP. TNC don't see anybody. They're just trying to rally around this ward and still maintain a little bit of control over their high ground. And Star, like, do we want to do something here, or are we happy to just wait? They smoke. Wait, is that 2 smokes? No, it's a ninja gear and a smoke. Okay. Smoked up. DDZ's gonna push. They don't see anything, but they do have this ward that they're hoping to defend. Maybe gonna see if TNC come out. They do buy up the Aghanim Scepter on the PA. Gabby also gonna grab the Flicker instead of the Titan Sliver, so hoping that that might get him out of a sticky situation. We will just have to wait and see. We've got creeps getting bombarded into the TNC base, but they are not there. They're just outside. So everybody's got all their neutral items. Nothing yet to be grabbed. They've actually given Tim's the Minotaur Horn, try and tank him a little bit. And when I say a little bit, he does have 3,700 HP. He's got the Ags as well. Was this a crucial piece of the puzzle with how... I don't think that's how Gabby died. I don't think he had that just yet. Anyway. Oh, Gabby kind of revealing himself. Mosin getting gone on. Ravage comes out trying to finish off the Elder Titan. DDZ looking for his target. They get on top of Tim's. Can they save him? Whitemon not willing to use the ultimate. He tried for it. Tim's going to buy back. KP taking some damage. Does manage to walk away with the BKB. Still a 5-on-5. DDZ very low on mana as Land's actually going to get bashed up on the way out. Don't think they have vision over any of this though, so both teams just going to end up resetting. DDZ using a ton of mana just trying to find a good vortex, but couldn't do it. And TNC back to the high ground defense, but this is going to buy them a little bit more time, and Aegis is actually only up for another minute, so if they wanted to make something happen, Star, this kind of would be the moment to do it, and I don't know, I guess they just feel like they can't really siege, can't really force the high ground, so all that they can do for now is just grab a few more items, I suppose, and hope to find some kind of a pick-off, maybe with the Storm Spirit or the Legion Commander. Maybe with the Ninja Gear. This will do nicely. What's Gabby going next? Okay, so Gabby is going to be going back for the Satanic. Actually bought up the Blessing, so not wanting to waddle around with no treads this game. Whitemon, does he have any items? He has just managed to pick up a Glimmer Cape. So what happens if you were going to die? I have no idea how this works, but if you're about to die to the Oracle ulti, and then Phoenix takes you into the egg, do you die? Or do you live? Maybe we will find the answer this game, maybe we will not. Not certain. This game is getting tense though, and it has the air of a game that is going to go to the tier 5 neutral items. We'll just have to see. Armel's sitting on a decent amount of gold. Everyone's trying to cobble together some buybacks if they can get it. Though there are a lot of people without buybacks currently.
Dire's middle tower is
DDZ has the full Bloodstone and is now going for Shiva, so he's getting very stacked. Oh, TNC smoked up. Do they have any vision? Not really. Sending the Tidehunter on the front line. Scan just to check the way as they go. They spot Yamate for a moment. They don't see Candy Loon. They're going to drop the Ravage, but on who? They want this Legion Commander. They get the follow-up stun, but Yamate picks him up and spits him out of there so that he can get the cheese off. KP's in big trouble. Armel almost dying to the Wukong's command. Tries to get the stun off on DDC. Does actually manage to do it. Can he keep on killing him? He actually gets the proc from the Prince's Knife, and that locks him down to get the kill. DDZ dead for 120 seconds. Gabby is still going. Armel with a double kill so far. He's getting healed up. Triple kill for this Lina. The timing is just too good. Lance is down. Mosin just trying to run for it with his magic immunity, but he's also going to get punched. Armel with the ultra kill. Oh my god, that Prince's Knife timing. was just too good. It must have been on cooldown as he was hitting him, and then came off cooldown at just the right time to lock him down. He had nowhere to run. He absolutely had to just stand there and fight. The Yules was still there, so maybe he could have bought a few more seconds, but Armel absolutely destroying that team fight. And with that, TNC marching down the mid lane. They know that there's no Storm Spirit for 80 seconds, and they've bought back on their Monkey King, but it's still a 2v5. And, well, still no Roshan to be claimed for a little bit, so it seems to me like TNC should just be looking to head high ground. Gabby still with his rapier in hand, leading the charge. Lance is trying to stay so far back with the Boundless Strike that he doesn't even hit the creep wave. He knows that if he dies, then he's just done, but this game might just be over. Anyway, Tim's looking for the double Meteor Hammer on the towers, and this is where the double Deso value really starts to come in. They're hitting both tier 4s, bringing them down. Lance got to be careful. The Abyssal Blade is ready to go. He's going to throw out the Wukong's command, but Gabby just with the blink away. Candy Loon popping everything but couldn't get the duel off. So as soon as they wait out this Wukong's command, should be fine to take the fight. Armel's even outranging it just to keep on doing the damage. Gabby going to keep on waiting. There goes the Wukong's command, and there goes the opportunity to just jump on Lance. 2 quick crits. Finishes him off. Tried to save him with the stun from Yamate, but GG is called, and TNC will end up taking this series 2-1. Oh, what a game. That was awesome. Monkey King was large and in charge for such a long time, but some really beautiful teamfight coordination from TNC. You know, good chain stun, very well played by